Well, we are back. Welcome everyone. This is going to be part 3 of building the M1A1, M1A2 Abrams tank model by Tamiya. If you are joining me for the first time, this is the actual model. It's the Operation Iraqi Freedom, again by Tamiya. I haven't built a tank in a very long time, many years, and so I thought it'd be pretty cool. I'll do one now and go through it step by step, and you guys get to see how it all comes together. So as you can see, we've got this part already assembled, and last time we're focusing mostly on the turret, and I have that all put together, and that is assembled. This goes up and down very slightly, just a little bit. Not much movement there, but then again, you don't need much, do you? So, looking at this thing and looking through the instructions, I was going to start on doing some painting, because I like to have stuff kind of pre-painted. I paint them right on the sprues whenever it's needed. I'll pre-paint them so that they're prepared, and I can set it aside to while the paint dries, and then when it's time to finally assemble it, I just take them off there, and maybe I only have to do a little touch-up where it was connected before, and that's about it. So I was sitting here just a few minutes ago looking at this thing, and I realized I haven't put the treads on. I have them here assembled, and I realized the instructions don't actually show a step where you put them on. They show where you put it together and you glue them together, and then you put some pieces on top of the hull, and then you put the hull together and you move on to the turret. And it never actually shows the step in which you put the treads on, except you're supposed to put them on before the hull goes together. So now I got two choices: rip the tracks apart and try and feed it through in there, or pull the hull apart. I think I'm going to do the second option, just because it's not really held together very strong, and I can probably get away with pulling it apart without really damaging anything. So I'm going to try that now. Let's see how successful I am. That has to come out from under there, so I'm going to start at the front. We'll see here. I'm going to try taking a flathead screwdriver and prying it open here at the front. Let's see if I have any luck. Oh yes, very nice. Fortunately, that wasn't glued together very well at all. Okay, so now I'm going to put the tracks on. Let's do this. Pull these back ones off. Ooh, that's not good. I'm going to use a little more glue when I'm putting this together. Let's just glue that back on right now. Wow. Hey, you get to see me do this one twice. This was back when my other glue bottle was running low. That's probably why it didn't really stick very well. That's going to hold a lot better now, that's for sure. Okay. Now, let's see here. Start on this side. And the track's going to feed under there, and under there. Okay. Over that. Okay, that's good enough, right? No, we need to put it on this one. So we need to, it's going to be easier, I think, maybe if I take it off that. Let's go the other wheel. Let's start with the front. There. Let's put that back on there. Just so that we actually have a cog on here. So that, there we go. Okay. You know, it probably would have been better is to, before I glued it together, just wrap it around the wheels and then stretch it and glue it and hold it for a few minutes. And that might have been a better idea. Hindsight, of course, being 20/20, but we are where we are. And we're going to see if this is going to cooperate. There we are. That worked out pretty good. One side done. Can't complain, that was fairly painless. Alright. Is held on now? Yes it is. So let's take this wheel off. Put this back on. Next, tank tread. Okay. And that is that side. Okay. Now, let's put this back together. Clearly that got glued on there pretty good. I gotta put glue here and here, and I'm gonna run it along there. And that should be good. We'll be back in business. Here, here. Okay. Hold that together just for a minute or so. While that's drying, I'm just going to secure the lid on my glue. There we go. Okay. That looks much better. It actually has tank treads on it now. I don't know if you can see right there. There's a little thing sticking up. I forgot to trim that off. So I'm going to do that now. I never noticed it until this was apart. There. Okay. Now that that is out of the way, I can go back to what I was planning to do today. And that is painting a few things ahead of time. So as you can see, what I do in the book, I like to highlight different things as we go along so that I know when I get to those steps that I need to paint those things. And so we've done this part. We're moving on next. We have to assemble this rear piece. That's going to be the next step. But before I start on that, I'm going to start painting a few things while they're on the sprues so that when I get to them, the paint will be dry and be ready to go. So I'm going to start on that now. The first thing I need is, we want to get to the D. That's this one. So there's a few things on there. I don't need A. A is done. So it looks like, for the most part, it's going to be these two pieces have just a few little things on here that need to be painted. And so we're going to start with that. So I've got my black, which is what I want now. And I get my brush. And do that. Okay, so I want D58. 48, 64, 59, 58 right there. These guys gotta be black. Okay. So, that's what we're doing. As I said before, I like to use watercolors as opposed to oil-based paint, simply because the cleanup is so much better, so much faster. I literally just take my brush and I run it under the sink for a few seconds till it comes clean, wipe it off with a towel, done, just like that. One drawback I would say is if you want to mix colors together and have, like, maybe you want to paint something and have a bit of a faded look to it, like as it blends from one color to the next, the watercolors don't seem to really do that very well compared to the oil-based. I don't know why that is, but that's been my experience with them anyway. It's just the way it is, I guess. I don't know. So it's just one of those things that I just never bother trying to do anymore as far as like blending. Yeah, you can mix two colors together fine, and that's all well and good, but okay, so those are done. What else is black on this thing? It's gray, it's gunmetal into that piece, D12. I think I just saw that thing. Yeah, that is black just there. It's like little black handlebars on the machine gun or something. It looks like there's 2 machine guns on this thing. So I imagine there's 2 of these things on here. Right? Oh no, there's only one. My mistake. D6 is next. Where's D6? 8. Here's 6. What am I painting there? Just 2 little knobs. I have to take my glasses off for that. See, little things like this, right there, they're really so much easier to paint one here than if you take them off and then you're trying to hold them or something like that. Or even if you have them on the thing already and you got to hold the thing and make sure your hands are in the right spots and you don't break anything off. This is just so much simpler, painting it while it's on here. Next, D15 has a little handle thing that needs to be painted black. 10, 11, 14, 15, and that is just that. The handle and not the knob. There we go. That's done. Done. Next. Anything else that's black? There is a second turret. See, I was right. There's a second turret. This is the B turret, so I need the B. B20. Oh, it's right there. Just maybe a little bit of a heads up. My next build I'm going to do is going to be a plane. I haven't decided which one though, because I have a few options, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. That's it for black. Like I said before, there's not a lot to be painted on this thing. That's it for black. So, put this aside for now. So I'm going to have some gunmetal, and I got blue, and I got some olive, which I haven't pulled out. I'm not ready for that yet. Yeah, so I'll be right back. I'm just going to clean the brush. I'm back. Brush is nice and clean. Yeah, sorry again. Okay, so So, where do I need to get here? With the black done, I'm going to do blue. I've got these little windows that need to be painted blue on one side, and they're going to go in a little piece similar to this on the turret here. I'll go into this camera here maybe. You see the blue there, the little blue window? I'm going to have another one. All right, good night. Sorry again that I missed the raid. Okay, so those windows, these little windows, are going to go in a piece. Which one is it? D18. Which one's 18? This one here. They're going to go on the sides of this piece here, around the edge. Yeah. So, I'm going to paint them now, so that when it's ready to put them on, I'll be there. So what I want to do, I want to paint them, I'll just do them dark, good enough. Dark blue is fine. Now where to go? There it is. There's a problem when it's clear, right? This is just going to be nice and quick. So just want to do it lightly. Just a very light coat. That's all it needs. And there we go. It's blue now. So just put that down. That's it for that. The next color I'm going to do is gunmetal gray. It's this here. Let's paint the guns. And I'm not even going to bother cleaning the blue off my brush. Ordered Miniatures is a full-time mall streamer. 5 days a week. Wow. Yeah, I'll give him a... What's his name again? War Duck Miniatures. Okay. I'll, later on, I'll take a look for him and see what his schedule is like. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. All right. One gun done. The next one looked like it was only partially colored. Just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Just to get the details there. Now the other side. And that's done. And just like that, 2 guns done. That's the gun. There's also some ammo cartridges. B19. Is this B? Yes. B19. Oh, sorry. It's a M1A2 tank. Specifically, I am painting the machine guns right there. B19. Now I need, it's an ammo tank. Tank? 19, that guy there. It's funny that, you know, I just started doing this and find out that there's a bunch of streamers out there that are doing the same thing, because I didn't see an actual proper category on Twitch for doing this stuff. And so, like, my last stream I just did it under the category of just chatting. Yeah. Yeah, it helps to shoot things if you've got guns. That thing is not. There's 12. What is X12? I missed that one. Gold. Really? I want that. Oh, okay. Because that's actual bullets. Okay, I can do that. But for now, it looks like we're done with the gunmetal color. Just touch up a little bit here. That color's done. Gundam and Warhammer, eh? Yeah, I never really got into those. Yeah, I used to paint D&D miniatures long time ago. That's how I got into the watercolor stuff. When I was younger, I used to paint a lot of, I used to build model cars, like especially Mustangs. I was always loved Mustangs, so I had like one of every year of Mustang. And I painted those were all oil-based, like the Testors model paints, right? That came in the little glass jars. And always used those as a kid. But then when I got into the painting lead figurines for D&D, those, I didn't have any of those tester stuff, so I started getting these like these Ralpartha paints and stuff like that. And yeah, I got into the watercolors, and yeah, didn't need any paint thinner for that stuff, so that was fantastic. Anyway, I should clean my brush. I'll be right back. All right, brush is clean again. Now, next, I need olive. I'm gonna dig through my paints here. Olive color that's going to work. This will work. It's not quite olive, like olive drab. It's called German uniform. And it's kind of a dull green, dark green. I think that will work for our purposes here. I don't think I've ever opened this one yet. It's brand new. First of all, I need D. What's this one? D13. But that's just me. D13. Where's 13? There's 20, 18, 14. I missed a machine gun. There's one right here. I'll come back to that. There's 13. It's a box of bullets. There's actually a few pieces on here that are the green color. It's like satchels and bags and stuff that get put on there. So I might just paint those while I've already got the green color out. And then it'll be done. And that's that, and that's all that gets painted green on that piece. I'll show you on here. This guy right here. Oop, there we go. Just that, and that's it. We built stuff from scratch. Well, I've seen some guys on YouTube videos doing that stuff, and that's far beyond my skill. Even just some of the guys who like build regular planes and things like that, like the level of detail they can get into, it just blows me away. Okay, so there's some things on B19. Okay. That's done. What do we got here? 16 and 36. Let's find these here. I got the wrong glasses on. No wonder I'm having trouble seeing. 16. What's that? 36. Yeah. 55 and 56. It's over here. A bunch of jerry cans. W, which I don't see. Because they're on this one. Sorry, that may have been loud on the camera. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah. www. There we go. So put that aside. Yeah, that's true. These guys are done. These guys here. Yeah, that's right. Touch them while they're fresh. These tube things. I'm not sure what they are. Some kind of canisters. Let's see. Getting there. Almost done. Canisters are done. I don't know what they are exactly, but they're supposed to be green, so I painted them green. That's it for that one. It says there's a few, I gotta do this. A few people who also do papercraft. Papercraft, wow. Yeah, that is pretty neat stuff too. Let's see, the jerry cans are next. Oh, these guys. Wow. Whoa, a little too much on there. It's okay, I can spread it out a little bit. almost done. Okay. Those are done. I think I gotta paint these two. I gotta see. Yes. Yep, these ones here. They gotta be done. There we go. Done and done. That is not done. So I gotta paint these guys too. It's all little four-sided panels, or six-sided, whatever, that all go together, and I gotta do them. What do we got here? That's a good idea. I'm not sure. Typically, like when I'm using these ones, I just shake them up and then I just use what's in the lid, right? But for these guys, just putting a drop or two on the brush has done me pretty good so far. Unless I need to mix or something, or I got to do a big, you know, like a large panel or something like that, then I'll just use this little lid that I just put it into that and use that as you know, but I've been getting away with just putting a couple of drops on the brush. I mean, I just did all those all with one little drop. Well, it was maybe two. But yeah. Making sure I get the edges. There we go. And those guys are done. Now it's done. As I spend 2 minutes touching them up. Okay, now they're done. Okay. Clean my brush. Next color. I saw something on here that needs to be painted gray. I don't remember what it was. This thing here, G4. This is G, right? Yes. This guy here. What do they call this thing? A CITV. I don't know what that stands for. I'm going to snip off that thing there. And they want that painted gray, just the inside piece. can do that. I'm going to use my smaller brush with light gray. Or should I use medium gray? Light gray works. Oh wow. Commander's Independent Thermal Viewer. All right. Someone who knows his tanks, obviously. All right. I just did kind of a shitty job on that. I'm not happy with that at all. But I can fix it. So that's no problem. Just a tiny little thing. Just want some. Where'd it go? Out of camera. There we go. This guy here. Just a lens. Okay. Clean my brush. I'll be back in a second. And we're going to assemble the bustle rack. D3, I think, is this piece here. 2, 3, yes. This guy. D1, 5, and 19. That's 1. 5. Here, that's 5. Okay. Oh, 19. It's this one here. Okay. Clean that up a bit. Still, like I said in my last stream, I just bought these things. So I used to use big friggin' wire cutters to get the parts off the sprues, right? I used to use these things. And they worked okay, right? But they never clipped as close as these little things do. And these things are just fantastic at how close they clip. So, yeah, I got no complaint about these. why I'm still holding them. I don't need them. That's no good. This is actually broken. And I didn't break it. You can see it's got one part that's not quite as long in the middle here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see, get an angle here, there. But, oh well. It's an old tank, right? So it makes sense. It's not going to be perfect. All right, just about ready for assembly. All right, so we need to put this together. I don't have my other glasses for this. This goes on the bottom, like that. This goes around the edge. Looks like it just sits on top of it. Where does it? Yeah, just kind of sits like that. But we have a mesh piece. Came in a thing like this. Can't even see it because of my black shirt here. There, just a mesh. I've taken the liberty of pre-cutting according to the template that they have in the instructions, actually right here. Right, so I just laid that down over top. I just took my X-Acto knife and just cut it out. So this piece goes on here like this, other way around, like that. Just like that. I think I'll glue that down first. Looks like I need to notch the middle out. They didn't show a notch on here, but it looks like I'm going to have to in order for it to fit nicely. So, cut that. So it's going to be that one there. Now there's a little notch. And that should sit nice and flush on there now. Yeah, that's better. Sort of. Almost have to tuck it in. Let's see. should do it. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's glue that down. All right, good night. Good night, guys. See you next time. Thanks for watching. All right. Now that's glued down. Okay. Now, this piece can go on. And it kind of just sits on the edge. Like this. So, just put some glue on the edge. Just like that. Set that down nice and carefully. I'm going to give that a minute just to let the glue sit before I start playing around with it some more. Just want to make sure it's going to stay solid on there. Next is these little railing pieces. They're going to go on the edge like that, but yeah, they go like that. Yeah, I might be able to get away with doing it now. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. You ever go to test fit something and then, you know, it works fine? Well, yeah, it's going to fit great. And you glue it, and then when you glue it, you have all kinds of problems. That really sucks. There, one side done. Next, I'm going to do this one this way, just because I'm left-handed. there, assembled. And that's this part. This up to the camera so you can see a little better. Get the mesh in there. And that's that piece. Almost ready to put it on the turret. But not quite. We've got a couple more pieces to go here. I need D2 and 4 and B50. D2 and 4 are right there. And 4 and B50. But I don't want to be 50. I want to be 29. That's great. Now, where'd you go? There. Okay. Let's clean this up. Ow, it's pointy. I don't mean my knife, I mean this part. I'm stabbing myself with it. Unintentionally. I wasn't trying to harm myself. Okay, now these 3 pieces, this one is unrelated to this. This just mounts on the back of the turret, like that. So I'll put that on now. No, it was trying. There actually are a couple of pieces. I was building a couple of planes last year, and some of the little intricate landing gear pieces. I go to take it off the sprue and it just went pew, and it was gone, just completely. It's nowhere to be found anywhere. Just literally disappeared. And I've had other pieces. There's another piece. It's just, I think it was another piece of landing gear from a different plane. I was holding it and I dropped it, and it was gone. It was just completely, I don't know, it disappeared into the 4th dimension. Something just completely gone. So yeah, and you know, expect, oh yeah, well, later on when I vacuum or something, I'll find it. No, never found, never showed up. These are gonna be not fun, so I gotta glue it right in there, and it's supposed to line up with that. But it's too tall. It's not going to line up. okay on that side. We'll give it a shot. One side done. Kinda. We'll see. It's holding anyway. And let's see. Yeah, so this side does not want to cooperate. But it's going to hold. So there, two mounting hooks there, and they need to go on and mount on there. Let's see. Okay. Just like that. Hey, it almost holds itself. Not. Come off of there now. It holds pretty good. Do I even need to glue it? Yes, I do. Okay. Glue. There we go. Mounted. Let's go a little closer on this one. That is done. That part, anyway. Now the next part is a little bit, I'm going to say strange, because as you can see, I'll show you on here, on the box, you got this panel here, okay? That's actually a panel that goes on there, and then there's these little markings, right? On each side of the turret, right? They go here and here. So what they want me to do is cut out a sheet from the sheet of white plastic that came in the kit. I'll show you. White plastic came with the kit. And so I did that. I cut them up. And they're right here. 2 little pieces. And then they want you to glue them on like that. Just like that. On each side. One on each side. And then they want you to paint them. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just make two rectangular pieces out of this, right? So I decided, because I want them the same color as the tank, I decided, you know what? I don't have this exact color. I don't feel like buying this color just to paint 2 pieces of plastic like this, and that's it, and I'll probably put it away and never use that color again. So I'm not using those. Instead, I cut out 2 pieces out of the clear. And that way I can put it on and it's the same color as the tank. And yet there actually is a piece that's been put on there. And then those little markings that go on each corner are just decals, right? We've got them on here on the decal sheet. So I can put those on later. And that's going to allow me to put a little dab of glue on each corner, and then the decal will hide any sign of the glue there. So that's my plan, is I'm just going to glue those on like that. And so that's what I'm going to do. So this, no thank you. So I got one piece that's clear. I got my other clear piece. So that's what I'm doing. So put that there for now. This one here. And I'm going to glue those on now. Just a couple of very tiny drops. And there we go. Now when I put those decals on, you won't even see the glue. Not that you can, I mean, you can't see it on the camera, but I can see it live here. But it'll be hidden by the decals, and so that'll be good. I don't mind that at all. There we go. So now you'll probably see, if I get the right glare on it, you'll be able to see them. There's one. Yeah. And that's okay. it's going to be a little bit shiny. So that is that. So we are done with the turret, at least for now. The next step is the smoke discharger assemblies. So I need the B. That's going to be these guys here, I think. Number 37 and 38. Yes. That's 38. So I'm just going to put that there. That's 38. 37. And I need 22 and 23. 5. 6 or 7. I forgot to paint these 4 things green, so I'll have to do that later. There's 22 and 23. That's 23. 22. Yeah, shiny can be good, especially when it's brand new. Now, it's funny, you know, the things you learn. You see tanks on TV and stuff like that, or any kind of military things, and it's like you see something on it, and it's like, you know, because it's like in a movie or whatever, you have no idea what the thing is, what that might be used for, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. And then you go and you build a model, and some model kits, they show you, they have the description of what the part is that you're putting on, and then it's like, oh hey, so that's what that is, and that's what that's for, or whatever, right? And that's pretty cool. There are plenty of model kits that don't do that out there. It's just like, yeah, put this on, who cares? We're not going to tell you what it's for, just do it, right? But, at least in the case of this one, it tells me these are smoke dispensers. And that's why I'm supposed to put them on the tank. And of course, depending on what particular version of this tank you're building, will depend on which smoke dispenser you put on it. But the version I'm using, or I'm putting together, uses this one. So that's what these are. I'll show them up close here. Zoom in a little bit too bright. Let's try this one. That guy there, smoke dispenser. Okay, those are assembled. And let's make sure I haven't missed anything. I could put those 2 antennas on. I think I'll do that now. D58. Painted these earlier. That's these 2 guys. So, as you know, once the tank is kind of assembled, it's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that, but I don't feel like it now. It's all done. And then I wind up leaving it because lazy. There's one. and 2. Antennas are on. A little hard to see probably, but this little guy there and that little guy there. We're getting there. Now, careful. Next page. That CITV, Commander something something, I don't remember what it was. D 26 and 28. There we go, 26. 28. That. Just clean this up. There. So, oh, and this piece here. All right, this guy goes in here. Like that. And this goes all there. Okay. Let's put that in backwards. That's okay. And that is assembled. Next, machine gun. I need D13, 12, 13, and 14. All that painting I did was for nothing, because the machine gun I painted, well, it wasn't for nothing, but the machine gun one of the machine guns I painted, I'm going to assume I don't actually use, because the one I need now is the one I forgot to paint. So I'm done. I need D18. What's this? And 17, which is this. D10 and 6. 10. 6. These two little guys. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to use my knife to get those off of that. Okay. Put you aside. This guy, I'm going to clean this up a bit. I'm going to try something. I'm finding it very warm in my room right now. I'm going to try turning a fan on. You let me know if the fan is loud or if it's giving interference or something like that. Can you hear the fan going? No? Okay. That's perfect. Okay, so that just goes on there like that. That's not a problem. It might just be me, but I think my music is just looping like the same 5 songs or something like that. I'm going to look at that. Just going to do that. I want to see. I had a problem before. It's like I've got, I don't know, 24 songs, and after like 5 of them, it just stopped, and then I had to go back into it and fix it, and then I played them. But and so this time I turned on the just repeat. But yeah, see now it just I don't know how it's going. But after like 5 songs, it just stopped completely. So so I put it on repeat just to loop to see how it would do, and now it seems like it's just playing the same 5 songs over again, over and over. I don't know. You can't hear the music? Oh, maybe I got it turned down too much. Let's see here. What's my volume at? It's a little bit louder. Can you hear it now? Okay. Can you hear the music, but can't hear me now, right? piece together. Now, I have to paint the gun. I guess I can put these little antenna guys on there. I'm still louder. What was that? Can you hear me now? There we go. Little directional control things on there now, I think. I don't know if you'll be able to see them there. Yeah. You can see them because the tips are black, but beyond that. Okay. I'm going to paint that machine gun now. And then I'll start with the other hatch piece. Okay. Didn't quite put enough on my brush. Just a little more. That's much better. Better. Yeah, gun's done. Not that you can see it with my black shirt background, but maybe that's good. That means it's painted. Okay, so I'm put this, the cover that's gonna, like the hatch cover for this, I'll put that together next. Here, I'm gonna put 2 pairs of glasses on. I'll be back in a sec. Clean my brush. Now, see these little pieces of plastic that I mentioned earlier that I painted blue? They go in here. And on the diagram, they show 3. Right there. Okay. So I thought I needed 3. And take this thing off the sprue, and there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8, not 3. So I've got a little bit more cutting to do out of this clear plastic, and then a little more painting of the blue. So I got 3, so I need 5 more. I might as well cut those now. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that later. I'm going to do that off stream because watching me stare intently at a little piece of plastic, boring. So, moving on to a little hat. I need D9, 11, 15, and 35. There's 35. Painted this one earlier. Okay. Just getting ready. Okay. This guy needs to be trimmed a little bit here. Just like that. He's done. Okay. Now, this gets glued to this. How do we want that? Yes. Oh, that's a little handle for that. Okay. So I'm going to grab these. After I open my glue. Oh, that's the handle for the latch. Again, you can only see it because of the black part, but that's okay. And this guy goes on there. It looks like it just gets sandwiched in between the two pieces. Yeah, doesn't actually get glued on, but I want to make sure. Yeah, that's better. Okay, how am I going to do this? This there. Like that. And then I'll put the glue on this side. Just like that. Squished over this much. There. Let that sit. That is done. Okay, is my gun dry? It's kind of tacky. Might be okay. I also need that 16. That's another important piece. Okay, so this goes on the back of the gun. Like that. This goes into there. But I need to paint this gold for the bullets. But I can put this piece on. And they don't want me to glue this piece. So they want me to be able to do this. Let's hold that down here. So I can move the gun up and down. Is it necessary? No. It's a little detail that's whatever. I'm going to glue this on. I gotta clean that up. Okay. to this piece and this piece. Goes in there. There we go, and that's got a little bit of freedom to rotate just a little bit. And then the gun goes right there. I'm going to have to touch it up just a little bit. Once it's all done and mounted and everything, and I'm finishing everything up, there's always a touch-up that needs to be done. There we go. And that is our machine gun turret. Getting there. How's it looking on this camera? A little bit better. It's closer to the light, so sometimes it gets kind of washed out. Done. Back to the main turret, where this stuff all goes. This guy doesn't go on yet. I need D24 for the ring. The amount of progress I'm making, probably Saturday on my next stream will be done. So this just goes on there like I just test fitted. So that's nice and easy. Just like that. And then this goes on right there. Just make sure that's nice and straight. Good. Next, we'll put the smoke thingies, smoke dischargers, that's what they're called, dischargers. They go here, they go on each side. discharges are on. See, one on each side there, one there, and one there. And then this guy, right there on the main hatch. But guess what? I haven't put my little blue lenses in there yet. And they got to be put in from underneath. So that's going to be waiting until next time. There is an auxiliary power unit I can put on. And that is, looks like it's already assembled. I don't see a great big honking thing. So I missed a step. This guy here, I gotta put all these parts together. But 2 minutes left. You know what I'm gonna do? It's just a simple process, putting these guys together. So we're going to do that next time. Put those together. Get the machine gun to put on. There's not much else left. Put those on together. And just about done. We've got some, oh, those little tubes that I painted green an hour ago. These guys here. Those there. Those are ammunition containers. And they got ammunition boxes. Oh, there's a water bottle. These little tiny things there. There and there. Let's see. Here. These two little things, they're water bottles. Because, you know, gotta stay hydrated. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thanks again for watching. We're going to call this episode 3 of the M1A2 Abrams tank by Tamiya. Almost done, almost ready for some paint. And make this thing look a little weathered and a little more detailed. And we're going to call it a night. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all next time.